Fan reaction here for Newcastle Burnley 2-1. Yeah, well, now 6 losses in a row. Bit of a difficult one because I don't want to put all the blame on Parker. I think last few weeks on the matches, blame kind of shifted on him, but I think this one it's really where you can say we were there. First half especially, I thought it was a good game. I thought players like Perez, who just gone to the side, had a really strong match until the red card, unfortunately. But again, I think it's just something we keep shooting ourselves in the foot, concede soft goals, and 1-0, obviously the corner from Guimaraes. Should Dubravka do better there? I think so. Wasn't I think he should be stronger there as a goalkeeper, especially of his height. Yeah, and then the red card is, anywhere else on the pitch, maybe it wouldn't even be called a foul, or the referee would overlook it. But I guess denying that clear opportunities is very unfortunate, especially for Pires. And at that point, you're looking at like a mountain to climb for a game. And then when the penalty goes in, you're going to halftime, one man down. I thought it was more of damage control, especially Parker bringing in Worrell. I don't know, you were thinking 4-0, 5-0. But then, yeah, second half, just hard to get that energy again, especially with 10 men. And maybe showed glimpses, but also Newcastle showed glimpses. I just thought we were never really there or showing much commitment. Then again, especially in a team with, if you play a team like Newcastle who have the quality and they're up to 11 men and we're 10 men, it's going to be difficult. And then, yeah, the penalty at the end, then there was something, a glimmer of hope, a bit too late. And then, yeah, that last chance. But I think that's really what separates, the quality that we notice so often this season. How many times do we get ourselves into a good position or need a goal and we're lacking the quality, to finish it off. Yeah, I think this is not a game, that will define Scott Parker's tenure. I think it's also unfair too. But you're now looking at matches where if he doesn't get the win against Fulham, or at least a point, I think it would have to go. If AOK will do it, I don't know. I think they're very reluctant. Coming out this week saying that they trust him, they'll stick by him, shows that they're not open for much change. So that's a difficult thing. And I feel like also these last 2 weeks really have shown the desperation he's had, because even last week bringing on the subs super early, and then now there's so much changes to the team, and while some were positive, ultimately it didn't work out, whether it's down to quality or, of course, the red card having a major effect on the match. We don't know, but yeah, it's a bit difficult where to go from here, because I feel like we're at a point where people just, or players especially, kind of realize, maybe are we just not good enough. But yeah, I think it's also just something where we look at certain moments and we say, for majority of the match we looked all right, or we had moments, but it was never a chance where we would think, oh, we're going to score 2-3 goals, or we're going to be dominating the match. And then we shoot ourselves in the foot again with dubious handball, dubious red card. I see why, though, it's called. And then also in Dubravka, whether or not it's a foul. In these scenarios, often, you favor the goalkeeper, but yeah, I think he still has to be stronger, and especially coming directly from a corner that's nothing. Yeah, difficult one to take, especially at the end. I thought, for a second it would be 2-2, and with 10 men, I thought I would have taken that result. Then after the half, or the beginning of halftime, having a 2-2 at Newcastle, I would have taken any day of the week. But fortunately, it didn't happen. That's 6 matches in a row with no win. And Fulham, that might be do or die. I think that's really a key game, especially against a team, in and around us, maybe a bit better now, but I think that's a game where we have to look. If we don't get 3 points there, we really maybe need to make a change.